everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a project in Questasim, especially in the GUI view. So before we were always using the make file, but for the project we can use we will use the GUI view. So for the Calc 1, we will provide you with the Calc 1 project directory folder. So inside this folder there are several files, as you can see: design files, project files, simulation files, and verification files. Initially, verification files and project files are empty, and you will put you have to put your verification file inside this verification files folder, and you have to build your project inside this project file. And inside the design files, the design itself is saved. So the thing that we did for this project is that we encrypted the design, so you cannot see what's happening inside the design. So for instance, if we select calc1 underscore top, so you can see it's an encrypted file. And we used model sim. Model sim itself can read this file, but how to use this file is the topic of today's video, and how to create a project from that. So inside the simulation files, there is a test bench. The test bench itself is not encrypted. As you can see, the test bench is not encrypted. And one good thing is that you can use this file to hook up your verification files. So I will create a project to show you how to first use the GUI Questasim in the GUI view, and how to use these files, including test bench, to run the design itself. So to do that, I will go to the project file. As you can see, it's empty. There is nothing inside the project file. I will source the Questasim to this folder, and vsim will launch the Questasim. Okay, so right now so this can happen sometimes. So the xmin timer was reached the specific time, so I have to reconnect. Okay, so we were in the project file. We have to go to the project file. So I will source the Questasim to this path, and we see. So sometimes this happens because we have some specific amount of time to use to leave the terminal, to leave the account without using it. So the timeout was reached. Okay, so inside the Questasim in the GUI format, so this is the transcript. This transcript is actually a terminal that you can issue some command. So for instance, the dir will give you the files that are included in the current directory. So this is important for us because we need to make sure that we are inside this directory. Because we want to create a project inside this directory. So right now inside this project file, before as I showed you, it was empty, but right now there is a transcript inside that file, inside that folder. So to create the project, first we need to make sure that we are in the correct project file, in the correct project path. And if we are not, we can change the directory easily from this window. So for instance, if we are in, let's say, in the project folder, we can go and select the project file to create the correct directory path. To create the project, we need to go to the file, new project, and again we need to make sure that the project location is in the correct path. And I will name the project calc1. So now I will add those files. So okay, and we need to add a test bench. Okay. So if I compile the file, there are some errors. So the errors is actually for right now, it doesn't make sense because if I double click on them, it doesn't give us any clue, but and actually you can see the whole thing is encrypted, so there's an error inside this line, but we cannot see. So the problem is that it's so this file, this top file is looking for the other files inside. So as you know that the top file includes will call all the other files inside our design. So this calc1 underscore top will search inside this directory. So inside this directory, obviously you cannot find these files. So it will give us an error. So to remove this error, you need to right click on the calc-top.v, and in the compile option you need to go to compile properties, and you need to include the directory that the design is sitting inside, it's saved inside. So design files is going to include all these files except the test bench itself. So if we compile, so right now the calc-top was compiled correctly, but we still have a test bench directory. So as you can see again, the calc-top cannot be found. Again, the reason is that if I search the current directory, there is no calc1 underscore top sitting inside this directory. So we need to add this as well. So in the compile properties, and include directory. So the top file, we know that it's inside this file, inside this folder. So okay, and compile the file. So right now I don't have any errors, everything compiled correctly. Clear. Okay. So that was it for the creating the project. So to run the simulation, you can go to simulate, start simulation. Make sure that the enable optimization is disabled. This can cause some errors in your file, in your project. So there are 4 tests inside this test bench. You can select either of them. So I will select the first one. So the perspective is going to now change to the simulation view. After some time. Okay. So first of all, we need to put the correct time. So I think it's like around 1 microsecond. So I will put 10 microseconds for our simulation time. I want to add so the test itself is named big test. So I want to add, okay, so this one is not included. Okay. So I want in the window, in the view, we want to wave, yeah. Okay, so we need to add the wave to the perspective. I think it takes some time. Okay. I think add to way is disabled here. I think for this one we cannot add them to the design. So if we run the simulation, you can see that the design will run and the test will be applied to the design from the test bench, and the result will be showed inside the transcript. So to add your there should be a I think there should be an option here to add your file. Okay, so let's test another simulation file. So let's test this time the second module. Okay, so here it's disabled as well. So I think I'm missing something here. Okay, so here is all the signals. So if we run the design, so it's after like 2000 nanoseconds. So and this is the waveforms, and you can obviously change the format. So here it's in binary. You can change the radix to, like, let's say decimal or other formats. So that was the video for today. So if you had any question, you can email me. And to submit your file, I will provide you with a make file like before. So just use the make submit, and I will grab the necessary files from your project. Thank you. Bye.